Guys, how's it going? This is BAT Property Solutions. My name is Hani Burhan.
I'm Michael Abata.
I'm Binyam Sagay.
Welcome to our channel again. Thank you for tuning in. In today's episode, we'll be discussing on, I guess, property management, right? Actually, before we even go to that, the main goal of this channel is to inspire, educate, lead, guide in your investment journey, particularly in real estate, and obviously for you to join our journey as well and watch us, grow through this journey. And when we first started investing, obviously we started with one property, and then we were fortunate enough to invest in more. And obviously, to keep costs low, our first few properties we managed ourselves, and that made sense at the time. But as more properties we started to accumulate, it made our time and resources was all over the place, and it just made sense for us to outsource and hire property managers to manage our property. And so that's what we're going to be talking about in this episode. The pros and cons, or the good or bad, or maybe all the good of
Both, yeah.
managing yourself or hiring a property manager to manage your properties.
Now, depending on your situation or your expertise, I mean, some people we know, they have 30, 40 doors or 30, 40 properties, and they're doing it all themselves. So this isn't a one size fits all kind of choice that you have to make when you decide between managing it yourself or hiring a property manager. It really comes down to one, your preference, and two, what you want to be involved in when it comes to managing your rental properties. So for some of our properties, we manage them ourselves. They're 1 or 2 unit properties, and they don't really justify us bringing in another management company in order to handle this. And some of the parts of this that make it work are you still need all of the tools that a property management company brings to the table. You're still going to need somebody to help you with any issues that come up with the property. You're still going to need a way to manage the income from the tenants and managing their deposits. You're still going to need a company to come in when the snow gets too high and shovel, and you need to shovel the backyard. Yeah, you're still going to need a lawn and landscaping company to maintain your property. The only difference is, do you want to be the person that they call, or do you want to just do what you do on your own time and let somebody else handle that and just give you the updates? So and even within our company, each of us have different preferences as to what we want to deal with when it comes to tenants. I mean, me personally, for example, some things I'm okay with dealing with, and some things I want them taken care of, and I'm happy just to find out once they've been taken care of. So look at what you have, look at your rental properties, and see how managing your tenants has made you feel, and then you can decide whether it makes sense to bring in somebody else. And then when that becomes the case, you just account for that as an expense on that property. And if you're still making enough of a profit on top of that, then it's good. You can justify that cost, and then you can move on to other properties and do other things. And on the other hand, as Beanie's going to tell you, you can bring in another company and sit back and let them take care of everything.
Yeah. So so as Mikey was saying, I mean, it all depends on your appetite and what you're comfortable with doing. And especially when you're doing the due diligence on any deal that comes in, always factor in what you'd pay a property manager. Because if you end up doing it yourself, hey, that's money in your pocket. But if you end up needing to, if you move out of the state or move out of the country for whatever reason, you need, if you want to hold on to this property, you do need somebody to look after it. Because otherwise, your good deal will turn sour quickly without good property management. So you do need to bring in a property manager one way or another. And so factor in the cost ahead of time. And that's usually between, depends on what the size of the property is, but it could be between 5% to 8%, maybe 10%. It all depends on the market, depends on what they're doing, what services they're offering. But, in terms of what you want to look for in a good property manager, I mean, that's a whole video in itself. But essentially the functions, as Mikey was saying, is that, it is important to remember what you want to do, right? One important thing when you get a property is obviously you want to place tenants. So there is the tenant placement function. So there's that. Once you get those tenants in place, you have to manage residents. That includes like customer satisfaction, making sure conflict that may arise are taken care of between residents. And so do you want to be the one taking the call, or do you want your manager to be taking that call and resolving that? There's that. Another approach is maintenance. You do need your subcontractors lists. Like you need a handyman, you need a plumber, you need an electrician, all these lists. A good property manager would have good competitive rates for these, and they would be able to give good services for that depending on who they hire. But that's one thing less you have to worry about dealing with. And then maintenance, right? It's, especially here in New England, in Massachusetts, snow is bad. It gets pretty bad, and it's, the laws are pretty strict in some cities. As soon as if there's a snowstorm, you have to shovel within 24 hours. Do you want to be the one doing that? If not, you have to bring in somebody else to do that. Again, a property manager will keep ahead of that, knows when the storms are coming, has crews lined up to take care of all that. And so, yeah, so me personally, I enjoy doing that, right? I enjoy the one-on-one with tenants. I enjoy meeting tenants. I enjoy, at least for now. Later on, I might not like this when I'm more busy or when I have other things to do. But right now, I do enjoy that. And so I have, systems in place to, do tenant placement, do screenings, and once they're there, how to manage them with our property management tool. We have, automated systems, an online system. We use Cozy, for example, for rent collection, all these things to make it more seamless, more user-friendly for tenants. So all these systems are built out. And in the process of doing that, we figured, why not use this for other people as well? So in doing that, we created a separate entity just for property management that, we, in a way, we self-manage, but it's the entity that manages the properties. And so as a result, we're able to bring on other, property owners that were interested in our services. So we help other people that way. And so if you're interested in that, obviously reach out to us and let us know. If you're interested in that, we'll be more than happy to tell you what we do, what service we could offer, and things that we can't do. Obviously, we'll work with you on that as well. But I mean, the most important thing to take out of this video, I guess, is that just remember, property management is key. It can make a good deal go bad. Good property management could bring a bad deal that's really bad go good. So it could go both ways, but it all depends on what you have for property management, and that's the key, I guess, in this video.
And you brought up something interesting there. It's managing a property isn't only about the landlord; it's also about the tenant's experience. And if something goes wrong, how quickly it's taken care of, and when it comes to payments, how easily is it available for them to do that? So it has to be a win-win situation. There are property management companies or people who manage their properties who only think about themselves, and the tenants really don't enjoy that experience, and that's not a good scenario. Yeah. So you always have to consider your tenants in this circumstance as well, to make sure that they're benefiting as well as you, because there's no reason that one should fall to the side while the other benefits.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong answer. It's having a proper
The heck happened?
or going after an investment, always factor in a um, property management fees, right? Whether you need to use it or not. And so with that, that's all we have for you today. I hope you guys found some value in this. If you guys do have more questions about property management, feel free to reach out to us. Like Bini mentioned, we created another entity um, to manage properties, not only our own, but other clients as well, homeowners. Now, especially now, particularly in Massachusetts. Slowly, hopefully, we'll expand to our area here in Jersey as well. But feel free to reach out to us. If you like this video, please make sure you click on the like button, subscribe, comment, share. We really appreciate your support, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.